What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? You guys are tuned into the Linc Up featuring the lovely Symone Stanley, Laura Brunson, who just dropped a new project. Make sure you guys go check that out. And yours truly, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game, man. Fortunately, we got some winning to talk about when it comes to your Philadelphia Eagles. Now, it wasn't the prettiest game in the world as it pertains to the offense, but the defense put on a masterclass. So I have to get my people's perspective on this. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to all of our channels. We are live on 3 platforms, and soon to be, we are going to be launching that Linc Up exclusive YouTube channel, you guys. We didn't forget about you guys. We're going to work on that so you guys can have one singular place to get the content. That doesn't mean we're not going to be dropping clips or whatever on our own respective channels, but we're going to try to give you guys these live streams on an exclusive Linc Up YouTube channel. But nonetheless, LB, Symone, how y'all feeling? And let's start with the lovely lady. How you feeling, Symone?
I'm feeling great. It's Victory Monday. How else would I be feeling? Obviously, I mean, we're gonna talk about it, but you know, we lost a soldier. You know what I mean? We lost a soldier. So that stings. It definitely puts a sting on Victory Monday. But it's the playoffs, baby. You survive, you advance. It's only 1 or 2 things that's gonna happen: surviving, you know what I'm saying, or getting eliminated. You know what I'm saying? You elevate it or you terminate it. You know what I mean? We elevate. We live to fight another day. You know what I mean? In the war, in the battle, you know what I mean? You're gonna lose some soldiers along the way. You know what I'm saying? But the strength of the team, you know what I mean, is the pack. The strength of the wolf is the pack, baby. The pack gonna get tighter. It's gonna get stronger. We're gonna do what we gotta do, period.
Yo, LB, I think she trying to get an interlude on I think she need an interlude on the album, bro.
You also say elevator terminator. It's crazy. You know what I'm saying? She talking, but hey, she right. She right. What we got to be mad about? We ain't got nothing to be upset about. You know, we won, we advanced. You know what I mean? We see who gonna be the next plate tonight. You know what I mean? That's all we waiting for, right? Because if I'm not mistaken, we play the winner out of the game tonight, right?
Correct.
You know, it is what it is, man. We did lose. We lost a soldier who had been having a breakout year. You know what I mean? He definitely made his claim. He was having a sharp year. You know what I'm saying? Like whoever had anything to say about him, they wouldn't be able to say it moving forward. But you know, now it's all about who's gonna step up in that spot. And I feel good because contrary to what everybody is thinking, after doing some research, I don't think a lot of this is Jalen Hurts' fault for how the offense looked. In fact, I don't think none of it is. Nor do I think he was rusty or none of that. But I guess we're gonna talk about that as well. But advancing is what's most important. It ain't about how it looked. You know what I mean? A lot of people texting me and saying, "Oh, y'all look like this, y'all look like that." Well, what was it? What was it? It ain't about what it looked like. You know what I'm saying? It's not about what it looked like. What was it? It was
That's
a
good
W.
point. That's
You know
a
what I'm
good point,
saying? It was
LB,
a W.
because
It looked like, but Tone, it looked like a lot of people talking from the couch. That's what it looked like. You know what I mean? If you ain't in the playoffs or you ain't advanced, you should shut up. I got respect for the Commanders too. We'll talk about that later. I got respect for them a little bit now.
yeah, we definitely gonna talk about them, and I'm even going to show a little bit of respect towards the Green Bay Packers, more specifically their defense. Their defense played a little bit better than I thought he was going to play. I'm being honest. I have to. I personally got to. That pass rush.
We're gonna let you speak. Let you speak your piece.
Go ahead. This is
let me spit a
a
little bit. Let me spit a little bit. I'm going to be consistent because I spoke about this yesterday on my show. I'm going to give that Packers defense, some respect because I feel like that pass rush was getting home a little bit, and I also feel like their corners did fairly well in terms of making things a little bit more difficult for Jalen Hurts. I'm not saying they put on a masterclass at all, but I'm saying I'm putting some respect on their defense. I talked a lot of crap about their defense for a long part of my season, a long part of the season, and I just want to be held accountable. You feel what I'm saying? So I am going to give them the respect. I am going to give them the respect that I feel they deserve. Nothing more, nothing less. But I can't wait to shit on that quarterback. I can't wait to shit on that offense. But as far as Jalen Hurts is concerned,
talking about Packers.
Packers, absolutely. Jordan Love. I can't wait to shit on him. But with all due respect towards Jalen Hurts, I feel like Jalen Hurts, all things considered, had an okay game. Okay. You know, it wasn't glamorous. It wasn't terrible. It was okay. He threw 2 touchdowns. He threw for 131 passing yards, which I would like more yards. But regardless, he threw for 131 passing yards, 2 passing touchdowns, no interceptions, no turnovers, a 111 a passer rating over 110. I mean, he did exactly what was necessary to win that game. Did he have a stretch in that game where he went ice cold in the second quarter where he couldn't complete a pass going into the third quarter? Absolutely. We couldn't sustain the drive. He did start off pretty sharp, though, going 6 for 6. And it really helped that special teams started the game off right. And I got on that, man. The physicality that the Philadelphia Eagles were imposing in that game was just jumping through the screen. I mean, the Philadelphia Eagles from top to bottom were the more physical team, the more dominant team. It just seemed like they were just slowly beating the Packers into submission. And you force 4 turnovers, 3 from your defense, 1 from your special teams. You can't ask for anything more from that defense. The only thing I will say, right, when your defense forces that many turnovers, you do expect more points to be on the board. But the bottom line is, when you're put in a situation like this is playoff football. This is a regular season football. Style points does not matter. You can listen to all the national pundits and they could talk about style points all they want. You know damn well. And it always blows my mind, right, when I listen to some of these guys who played the game before and they know everything that goes into winning these football games. They know playoff football is not pretty. Playoff football is going to take everything. It's going to take you. It's going to take something from you, and you fighting for even more. So my whole perspective is you got to prove you can win games like this, right? And I think the Philadelphia Eagles have shown that throughout the season that, hey, even if we're not blowing teams out, we can win games like this. And there's a lot of teams that know how to blow you out, but they don't know how to play you close. And I look at the Philadelphia Eagles as a team that knows how to blow you out, but they also know how to play you close. And take Jalen Hurts' performance with a grain of salt. I'm personally not going to overreact. He threw 2 touchdowns, did not turn the ball over, a passer rating over 110. Sure, he could have looked a little better, but there's so much that went into that. And I know, LB, you want to really break that down because I feel like Kellen Moore and his wide receiver core didn't do him any justice. I felt like A.J. Brown wasn't getting the separation that we're used to seeing. And that goes for Symone as well. And on top of that, Kellen Moore did them no favors with these long developing and passing concepts. So you guys can take over from there. I don't know who wants to go.
Dang, not the tone going so sad.
I'm not sad. I'm just calm. My bad. I don't mean to sound sad. I'm just real calm right now. I don't mean to sound sad.
I don't think so. So this is my perspective on it. I don't think it was the wide receiver's fault at all. Okay. I think it was strictly Kellen Moore. You know what I mean? It's been a lot of film that came out so fast for some damn reason. You know what I mean? I want to give a shout out to Dan Orlovsky because what he could have did was Dan could have really shitted on Jalen.
He could have
really did.
Some people took the opportunity, but he didn't.
He didn't take the opportunity. He took the opportunity to say, well, why does it look the way that it looks? And Kellen Moore was drawing up plays that were just wide receivers are running up and doing comeback routes. There was no scramble drill. It was no nothing. It was like these short kind of what he did in Dallas in the playoffs. You know what I mean? He did the same thing before. So that's why I'm having a hard time giving the Green Bay Packers any credit. I see a lot of people giving them credit. A lot of people want to give the Packers defense credit, but want to shit on Jalen Hurts. But we won. I got a hard time with that because the Packers, what they did was they studied Kellen Moore's tendencies. Kellen Moore been around for a minute. He did this with the Chargers. He did this with the Dallas Cowboys. All they did was study what he does when it's playoff time. And he did exactly what he did when it was playoff time. I seen no screen plays called to listen on one of the touchdown passes. Jalen Hurts had the audible. What Kellen Moore called to the one of Dallas Goedert. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So it takes an overly cerebral quarterback to even be able to deal with what Kellen Moore put out there for Jalen Hurts to deal with. First of all, you can't turn the ball over because the defense damn near know what you're gonna do. You ain't doing nothing to confuse them. And you got to kind of sometimes turn lemons into lemonade. What he did with that audible on the screen passes Dallas Goedert. And Dallas Goedert had a hell of a lot to do with it. But Jalen Hurts changed it to that play. Like Kellen Moore got to be better. You know what I mean? Kellen Moore has to be better. And I think he will be better moving forward. But it was a lot of rough route concepts, man, within this one. And we did leave some meat on the bone because Saquon could have scored. So we would have had some more points. It would have stretched the lead out a little more. But Kellen Moore did not do anything to try to get A.J. Brown involved in the game. He didn't do anything. That's not on Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is out there running the plays that's being called.
Did the game plan
You know what I
seem
mean?
overly simple to you guys? It felt overly. It felt too simple.
Watch my last video, Tom. I just put up a video at 10 o'clock. You know what I mean? Of what Dan Orlovsky broke down. You know what I'm saying? And seeing it from his perspective, because I don't think it's like it does nobody no justice if I say it, because it seems like I'm being biased.
Mm-hmm.
Now Dan Orlovsky, a guy who could have took his chance to get paid. That's why everybody getting paid off of the Jalen Hurts slander this year. He could have took his chance to get paid for the week and say Jalen ain't doing this, Jalen ain't doing that. But he decided to be truthfully objective and and hold his buddy Kellen Moore, his friend, hold his friend accountable. Like, yo, he got to be better. He got to be better, man.
They just fired Mike McCarthy.
Damn.
It's so funny. They was talking all that. They was listen. Yo, the gag was like
they was capping
like a motherfucker.
We gotta clip that. Somebody clip that.
They was capping. They made it seem like oh yeah, you know, Mike McCarthy. You know, he's safe. He had this team fighting in the end. He's the leader we need. They were still fighting for him. Listen, the Cowboys are going to be 5.
They some liars.
Hey, listen.
They some generational liars.
Is anything can you expect anything less from the Dallas Cowboys? I mean, it's who they are. It's who they are. But you know, LB, you brought up something very interesting, and Symone, I want to get your perspective on it, because you know the Green Bay Packers, they studied Kellen Moore's tendencies in the playoffs, right? And typically in a situation like this, he wouldn't win this game. Yeah, because of those concepts, because of those tendencies. But he was able to win this game because of the talent of his quarterback and the talent of the defense and his receivers making plays when it mattered most. Also, shout out to Jahan Dotson for getting his first career touchdown with the Philadelphia Eagles. A lot of people would give Jalen Hurts hell for not finding him. He finally found him in the back of the end zone. So shout out to that. But Symone, since normally in a situation like this, Kellen Moore would lose his team the game because of those lackluster pass concepts, and the Eagles actually did manage to overcome it. Do you think what's your confidence in them making the necessary adjustments going into the following game?
I believe we're going to win the next game. I don't know if it's going to be because Kellen Moore made any adjustments. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know. We had one playoff game with the man. I don't know if he's going to switch G up. We've seen him get eliminated early with the little boys. We've seen that G. You know what I'm saying? I was very frustrated with the offense yesterday. I thought this was going to be a game where I was going to be up, doing the fight song every few minutes. No one likes us. We don't care. But instead, I'm sitting like this. What really annoyed me was them 3rd and longs, and we're choosing to run the ball. Like, take a chance downfield. Like, you got AJ down there. At least take a chance with getting a PI call, or give your receivers a chance. Like, I understand that, you know, the Packers corners, they came to play. You know what I'm saying? The Packers, they came to play when it came with AJ and Devontae and covering those guys. But you still have to give your stars a chance to make a play. You know what I mean? We saw in the game last night, Mike Evans was covered in chunk, but they still giving him chances to make plays. And what did he do? Still make plays. So just because AJ is covered, just because Devontae is covered, like, we still got to go to them guys. Like, you still got to give them a chance to make a play. So I didn't like on them 3rd and longs when we was running the ball. Like, what was that going to do? What we going to do on 3rd and 19?
I think we was playing it safe right there, because our defense was playing crazy. Our defense, it's like we knew that they weren't gonna be able to move the ball or something. So like, we just gonna run it and punt it and make them prove that they could drive on a long field against us. But I agree. You still do have to like you have to create separation earlier. You know what I mean? Because they got themselves back in that game after that Josh Jacobs run.
Yeah, that run was crazy.
Yeah, they got themselves back in that game after that Josh Jacobs run.
Tackle, like, they be trying to punch that ball out. They be going for the ball. Bring him down. Like, first things first. If it's open field, don't worry about punching the ball out. Worry about bringing him down. Like, that was getting on my nerves. But, I mean, overall, the defense masterclass. And, you know, we still overcame it. But it's just those little things. You know, we know I don't know. I didn't like that play call. I'm conservative. You know what I mean? I didn't like that. I didn't like running on 3rd and 19. It was another play call I didn't like. You know what I mean? But I'm not the signal caller. When it was 3rd and inches and we didn't do that tush push, I didn't like that only because, yes, we still converted on 4th and 1, but we've seen where it's been 3rd and 1 before, and we do a passing play, and it's a scenario where you could take a sack, and then now it's 4th and 6 instead of 4th and 1. Now, that didn't happen yesterday, but we've seen it happen several times this season.
Yeah.
Those are the play calls that I don't like. It worked out for us last night, but we've seen it not work out before, and when we playing other teams that's not the Packers, you can't do that.
Yeah, it's funny. Real quick,
I like that play call.
I know.
No. I like the play, but not the win. Right? I like the play, but I gotta say this though. Also, like, as much as people want to overreact to the offensive performance, and look, could they have blown the doors off of the Green Bay Packers? Absolutely, right. Did we leave a lot of food on the table? Absolutely, right. I want to give Jalen Hurts some grace for being out of action for nearly a month. Still getting back into the flow. It seemed like timing was a little bit off as well between him and some of the guys. It did seem like that. But also, I look at this offense and I say to myself, you have all the talent you need. This isn't something that you can't correct in a week's time, right?
Yeah.
I would be more concerned even if we won the game, right? We beat them, 22-10, right? I would be more concerned if we beat them 34-30. You want to know why? Because that means the defense is not traveling through the playoffs. It's not carrying over. We're allowing teams to put up points on us, right? And defense wins championships. And if you can keep points off the board, that helps your offense no matter how well or how average they're playing. So again, I'm not going to overreact to the offensive performance. I feel like they did exactly what was necessary. Could they have done more? Absolutely. Did Jalen Hurts have a great game? No, it was okay. It was okay in my humble opinion. But Darren Orlovsky said something pretty key. He said regardless, Jalen Hurts was decisive. He made decisions. He made the proper checks. The play calls just failed him yesterday. The concepts failed him. But overall, first game back in a little under a month. I think Jalen Hurts comes out much sharper next week. He was able to knock the cobwebs off. And we'll see how it goes. Like I said, I would be more concerned if we won the game. I'd be more concerned if we won 34-30 rather than 22-10.
I like it, man. I like the fact that there's things to correct because this team has responded. When we came out and had to throw the ball against the Pittsburgh Steelers, we came out and responded. Mm-hmm. So, you know what I mean? I think we're going to respond with some really good plays through the air, depending on who we play. You know what I mean? So I think that this gets correct immediately. This is corrected immediately.
Yeah.
See what the Cowboys trying to do? They trying to get Kellen Moore.
Yeah. Somebody said in the comments, do y'all think that Kellen Moore had his interviews, so he might have been a little distracted? You know what I'm saying? Just did a little breeze through of the playbook. I don't think so.
It's funny you say that. I don't know for sure. There's no way we can definitively know whether he was distracted. He is human, right? At the end of the day, it is a job he's doing. So anything can distract you from your job, no matter how serious your job is. He's a human being. But I can't definitively say that because I'm not there with him. But what I will say is I wish the league would do something about these interviews being done during the playoffs, right? Because it is, in my humble opinion, it's a distraction. But these teams that are trash, like the Giants, like the Cowboys, they got to give those teams enough time, I guess, to do their coaching search and do their due diligence. Because once the Super Bowl's over, free agency is right there. And then the draft, it happens so fast. So right. I can understand why you want to get an early start, but at the same time, it can pose as a distraction. But I can't definitively say Kellen Moore was distracted.
Yeah, because that's just something we just, like you said, we won't know. On the fake touch push, somebody said in the comments, and I agree with it, I wish we would have saved that G for later. You know what I'm saying? We could have easily.
This the thing that we've ran a couple variations out of it now. So now people have a couple different looks on it.
Yeah. That was my favorite variation, though. That was my favorite one. I like that one.
I guess I would have liked it if it was completed.
Jalen timing was
they said the wind took the ball or something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't there. So I can't say that. But the timing was definitely off.
It was just the time. Something about it just didn't seem right with that play.
Brown.
It developed so damn slow.
AJ looked a little slow on that route too. In my trip, he looked a little slow on that route when he ran it.
But that knee, he dealing with that knee.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that something was just off with like something in my stomach wasn't sitting right with that or that 3rd and 1. Like something wasn't sitting right. You know what I'm saying?
I'm glad they threw it though and didn't run it because we could have lost yards if they'd have tried to run it. Yeah. So I'm glad they threw it at least.
For sure.
Yeah, and Miss Ash, I'm tired of seeing my tush push. Goodness, there should be something where you can brand your play callings or something. Like we should be getting some royalties or something.
Everybody trying to do it now.
Everybody doing it now. Everybody quiet about it now, though. You peep that? Everybody got quiet about it.
Everybody got quiet about it.
I'm trying to think who was that, the Packers or the Bills? I saw them do a variation of it where the tight end came over and did it.
The Packers, they did it with Kraft.
Yeah, they did it twice. They did it twice. You know what I'm saying? I watched the Bills game where they did it. Like they did it a couple. Like it's just, you know.
But you know what people are not talking about, y'all? How every team damn near in the playoffs right now got a quarterback with Jalen Hurts' skill set. And nobody's not talking about all they do is run. You got Josh Allen and Lamar. You got Jalen and Jaden Daniels.
Bo Nix was running his ass off. Bo Nix was running.
Bo Nix was running too. It's almost a blessing that we don't have to play one of them guys. I ain't gonna hold you. It's almost a blessing because think about last night or yesterday during our game. Jordan Love converted on like a 4th and 8 or something like that with his legs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It was like, and it reminded me so much of that 4th and 11 that, you know what I mean? The Commanders, when they converted in the game, we lost to them. We don't have to, listen, Stafford or Darnold, they not running for that.
Mm-mm.
You know what I mean? They not running for that, man. I like how this fell into our laps because the Buccaneers would have had so much momentum had they won a game and had to come to Philly. We already be having problems with them for some reason. And, you know, I like these two matchups. I don't care if it's the Minnesota Vikings or the Rams. We're going to beat either one of these guys. I love this matchup. They got to come to Philly.
Yeah.
I'm very content with the matchup. It's, you know, I know we all talked about how we're not afraid of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, but it's not even really about being afraid of them. Like there's an energy around that team that just doesn't coincide with us for some reason, and they just happen to get the better of us, or things just go their way whenever we play them. So I am grateful that Washington took care of our light work, but Washington, the road ends next week. It ends next week, but enjoy it though. Enjoy it.
I don't know, man.
They got a chance, bro. I'm telling you, they got a chance. Jalen Daniels affects the game, bro, with the way he runs.
And my thing is this: some team.
I'm just talking trash. You know how they go.
They got something, some little sauce, some little special blessing from the football gods this year. Well, they got a special blessing from the football gods.
It's a lot of fluke stuff that be happening. It's a lot of fluke stuff that be happening.
They got blessed. They've got the blessing from the football gods. Okay. I don't know if they sacrificed Dan Snyder, what they did to get this juju on their side. It's just every time they need something, boom, magically.
Somebody's wide
open. Magically. Anytime they need something, boom, magical. It's like magic. Pop. What feature said, voila, magic.
Right.
Voila, magic. All season long. Even in that game against the Falcons. Boom. Anytime they need something, 4th and 13, boom, some random dude, magic, wide open. Like
Baker Mayfield just mishandling a snap.
Yo, somebody sacrificed the GOAT, man. I'm telling you.
Somebody sacrificed Snyder for this magic that they got this season. I'm telling you, I would not be surprised if they beat the Lions, bro. They got some secrets. They got some magic going on.
I wouldn't be mad if they did, because that'll help us. I wouldn't be mad.
Yeah, we get a home playoff game. So I wouldn't.
Somebody said they got angels. They got angels in the end zone. Yup, just like angels in the outfield. That's exactly how I picture it on the field. Because
I wouldn't be. Yeah, I wouldn't be mad either. But he puts a. I'm not gonna say he Lamar, but he affects the game kind of like how Lamar Jackson affects the game.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He's the closest thing for sure. He's
definitely a better runner than passer, I think.
It's not even just Jaden Daniels. Like, obviously, Jaden Daniels, very good. But these dudes getting open at like this, that has nothing to do with Jaden Daniels. Like Jaden, very good, exceptional. But this magic and downfield magic where dudes is just magically getting open at any time they need it. 3rd and 6, whew, here you go. 4th and long, whew, here you go.
They're not gonna beat Detroit. I don't think they're gonna beat Detroit. Detroit is
They score fast.
It's physical, man. They physical as hell too, and it's gonna be the Eagles in Detroit for the Super Bowl. We all knew it was gonna come down to this, bro. I think that's what it's gonna be. We're gonna have to go to Detroit, and we're gonna have to listen. If we want to go there, we're gonna have to do how we got to do.
I'm excited, man. I think there's only one direction for us to go up from here, and it's up. And it's up.
Symone trying to go to Detroit.
I'm trying to close my mouth because I'm telling y'all, I have never seen nothing like this before. It's not even everybody wants to pinpoint like the clutch moments at the end of the game for Washington. It's all game long. Somebody always gets open all game long. It's not even just in the pivotal moments. I've never seen nothing like this. Zach Ertz, like, respect. We know what he was in his prime. But now all of a sudden, Zach Ertz playing like it's 2017?
Hey, listen. They did what they're supposed to do. They won on the doink field goal. Let's not spice this. Like
Buddy did
doinked it.
Since Washington, since
talking about like let's not spice it.
Look,
like, come on, man.
Since that Bears game, people been saying every week since that Bears game, oh, it was just this. Oh, they just won on this. Oh, it was this. Oh, it was that. Oh, they're gonna. Oh, it was this. Oh, it was that. Oh, it was this. Oh, it was that. They wait all the way to the NFC Championship game.
But you talking about like 3rd and 4th down conversions, right? Like that's different from a kicker literally hitting the upright and it just bounced. That's different.
Oh, how did they get in that position?
Yeah, they convert. They don't punt.
They do
not punt. They don't care. They don't care about that.
They don't care about that. I respect it though.
They're gonna have to punt against Detroit. They're gonna get blown out.
Listen, I respect it. I respect it. I respect it though. You know, at the end
but
of the day,
you know what I'm saying? That ain't our food to worry about. They got
they're not on our side of the bracket yet, so it was all good.
I didn't bring up the Commanders. I didn't bring them up.
Who did that?
One of y'all. I didn't bring them up.
It wasn't me.
Probably was me.
Times out. Why are we talking about these dudes like they the boogeyman? Like I'm cool.
I'm not saying it's the boogeyman. I'm just saying what I see.
They ain't the Baba Yaga. They ain't John Wick. Like I gotta chill. This is out of line. It's out of order.
All I'm saying is Lions better be on their toes.
Let me ask y'all a question. Who y'all rather play, the Rams or the Vikings? Who would you rather see in the next round, the Rams or the Vikings?
Rams.
Based off what I saw, like the last. Okay.
I want to see. I want to see the Vikings.
Sam Darnold. I want to see Sam Darnold because
I want to see the Vikings.
I feel like
I don't trust the Rams defense because the Rams defense is. I don't trust
Matthew Stafford been here, done that. Like Matthew Stafford, that he's been here, he's done that veteranness. You know what I'm saying? Sam, you know what I'm saying? Coming to the Linc divisional round, dogs barking in his face. Come on.
I feel the same thing about. Neither one of them is equipped to come to the Linc.
That's how I'm looking at it.
Neither one of them are, but Matthew, I feel like Matthew's gonna be more poised. Matthew
might be more poised, but Matthew gonna throw them picks too.
He is
gonna be cold. They from LA. Matthew gonna throw them picks. But I will say this: I like Matthew. I like the Rams to win tonight. Yeah, I think the Rams gonna win tonight. That shit, it's indoor. Puka Nakua and them dudes. It's about to be a shootout.
Well, you know the Vikings, they indoor too. They're dome team as well. So.
Oh damn! So okay, so LA a dome team too.
Mm-hmm. Both of them. That's why I'm not tripping about who come. But like, if it's any of them, I'll take the Rams because I feel like we got their number. We put up nearly 300 rushing yards on them. Like we can run on them. Like we can Vikings. Their defense is top tier, and they force a lot of turnovers. Brian Flores is known for making things complicated for the quarterback. I'm looking at it from the perspective of giving Jalen Hurts a clear runway. You know, I trust our defense against anybody. You know, but I want to give Jalen Hurts a clear runway defensively, if that makes sense.
Yeah. We'll see. Should be interesting.
Very much so. Very much so. I got to get your perspective on this, man. I know we briefly brought it up earlier. I can't remember who touched on it, but Saquon Barkley is a better man than me. He's a better man than me because
you would have kept running.
If I would have kept running, I would have ran. I would have said, "You catch me if you can. You can't catch me." I would have took that shit to the crib, or if anything, I would have got my yards and slid right at the end zone, slid right at the line. But his perspective was, a lot of bodies was falling in that game. I just wanted to get us out of there, and I respect it. But when you break that kind of run, ain't nobody moving, bro. They just watching.
Yeah.
But he a better man than me. That's all I'm gonna say, man. I love the way he said in the press conference, though, in regards to the way the game went. He said, listen, we could throw for 400 yards, run 400 yards. Listen, I don't care if we went 3-0. Like, I don't give an F, honestly. Like, that's the first time I see him cuss like that. He is in his mindset, his focus is on another level right now.
Yeah, he want to win the Super Bowl. This will be his first playoff win of his career, right?
Second. Remember the Giants won a playoff game 2 seasons ago.
Oh, they did. They beat the Vikings.
Correct.
Yeah, so this is his second playoff win of his career.
Yeah,
he got the same amount of playoff wins as Dak. No, he do. He got the same amount of playoff wins as Dak. I know,
that's crazy to think about, right? Yo, it's entirely possible Jaden Daniels has more playoff has ties Dak's playoff win percentage. Playoff wins. It's entirely possible Jaden Daniels ties it. Jalen Hurts already got more.
Yeah, Jalen got 3. People want to talk about Jalen ain't do nothing in his 3 playoff wins, but it's like he has 5 total touchdowns and no turnovers in those games. But we can't keep feeding into what idiots say.
For sure.
You said 5 total touchdowns and what?
And no turnovers in his 3 playoff wins.
I think I can't remember the exact numbers, but he doesn't turn the ball over in home playoff games for sure, and he didn't turn it over like in. No, he turned it over in the Super Bowl, obviously. But
yeah, but he didn't win that game.
Yeah. Okay. So you're talking about when we win.
Yeah, when we win.
Okay.
The 3 playoff games that he's won, he has 5 total touchdowns and no turnovers.
Got you.
So we beat the Giants before. We just beat the Packers, and he beat San Francisco.
Yeah. I want to pick your brain too about those other wild card games, but before we do so, I do want to talk about this defense a little bit more. Man, Zach Bond just continues to prove why he was an All-Pro. Darius Slade turning back the clock. He ran the route. He ran the route for the receiver. He ran the route better than him. And then Quinyon Mitchell with his first career interception. Just phenomenal play by the defense. Is there anybody that stood out on the defense to you guys?
First of all, Zach Bond, when he had that first pick, first of all, they didn't show the replay of whether he scooped that, whether his ball was on his hands.
They definitely didn't show it.
Right.
He definitely didn't show
it. He looked like he caught that.
It looked like he caught that first one.
And
then they didn't show the replay.
Yeah.
But for him to just immediately, that's like GOAT level. For him to then get the next pick on the following play is insane. Like,
then that was the very next play.
Like, I'm just out here playing with y'all. Let me turn it up. Oh, let me turn this G up real quick. That's insane.
Listen,
man. I don't think Nico Dean coming back.
He's not coming back. Did you see him at the game? He left on crutches in the leg brace, a knee brace.
No, I'm talking about coming back to be an Eagle.
LB,
you got to pay Zach Bond. Listen, I like Nico Dean, but Zach Bond got to get a bag. He got to get a bag now.
I think you wanted something because depending on how serious the injury is, we don't even know.
Listen, it's the same one I had. He tore his patella tendon. It only take like 10 months. You know what I mean? It take like 10 months, but you got to pay him. That was his 5th-year option, right?
No, so Dean was a 3rd-round pick, so he doesn't get a 5th-year option.
Right. Okay, yeah.
He's going to be going
crazier.
Yeah, he's going to be going into year 4 on IR.
Right.
Please don't start. Please, it's Victory Monday. Please, it's Victory Monday.
It's not a debate though. Like Zach Bond, you got to pay.
But we don't gotta talk about it. It's Victory Monday.
We ain't gotta talk about paying Zach Bond.
We don't gotta talk about N'Kobe being done, bro. We don't gotta talk about it.
I mean it in the way. I'm just saying. First of all, Howie Roseman should have been paid Zach Bond. That's my whole thing.
We don't gotta talk about it though. It's Victory Monday. You know what I'm saying? It's good vibes. We don't gotta talk about
let's not talk what inevitably has to happen.
We got plenty of time to talk about that. But now is not the time, man. You killing the vibes, man. See, that's why you disconnected.
Symone, you ain't shit. Look though, Zach Bond had a phenomenal game. And you got to give credit where credit is due. Nico Dean was having a great game up until that point, obviously, when he got hurt. That game was so physical, man. And, I never, ever, cape for injuries. That's something that's something I don't lean into. I don't believe in hoping for guys to get hurt. I don't like that. But when you see a team start the game and finish the game the way the Eagles did, you got to come correct. You can't just think you're gonna just be running with the ball and you ain't gonna get cracked. I mean, we was knocking out their receivers left and right. Guys on their line was getting out left and right. And I know Oren Burks didn't have the best game when he came in from Nico Dean. It was kind of on the fly. He had to adjust all that kind of stuff. And I know he's limited. He's not as good in coverage as Nico Dean has been this season. But I'm not going to kill Oren Burks because he set the tone in this game. I'm not going to kill Oren Burks like a lot of people want to. I'm going to give him credit for what he did contribute in this game. He set the tone, forced the fumble, giving us that early touchdown lead. Did he have flaws in coverage? Absolutely. But, let's just see who he is when he has a full week of practice as the starting linebacker next to Zach Bond. And that's even if it is him. Maybe it's Jeremiah Trotter Jr. You never know. But I think it could be matchup depending on who we end up playing. Regardless of who it is, though, it is going to be a tough battle with the wide receiver course that's coming up, whether it's the Vikings or the Rams.
Yeah. Slay and Quinion, Cooper, all of them dudes in the secondary, they got to be on their game. They got to be on their game because we're playing. So we just played the team who's so dependent on the run. You know what I mean? It was almost a mirror match. You know, the team that's so dependent on the run. Now, you know what I mean? Justin Jefferson, what's the other kid? Addison, what they got? It's the dogs, man. It's some dogs, and we got to be ready and be disciplined. We got to be disciplined. You may not see many blitzes, man, depending on who we play. And that's what we do. But Darnold, you got to blitz Darnold.
Yeah. You said we might not see too many what?
Too many blitzes. I don't think we'll play with Stafford like that. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a lot of bend, don't break. We're gonna give a lot of underneath stuff up to Stafford. But I just got to see who we playing, man. I just need to see it. I just need to see it so we can start game planning and all of that. It sucks that it's a Monday game. Was this like this last week? Because we would have been already had a day.
We Sunday. We Sunday. We talking about tonight.
I'm talking about. Yeah, it sucks that it's a Monday game tonight because you know what I mean. We lose a day of prep.
We were Monday. We were Monday last week. So last year.
But we was done.
Yeah. I'm just saying. It's not nothing news. What I'm trying to say.
I'm mad that I gotta work during the game, y'all.
Say it again.
I gotta work. I got a G League game.
Damn.
Oh man.
And it could our game could have been in. Huh?
Man, we're gonna text you and let you know what's going on.
Oh no, I'm gonna have the game pulled up. Best believe. I'm just mad that I gotta stay composed. I'm mad I gotta be professional while this game going on, and my heart rate gonna be on a million.
Because when I get that text from you in the third quarter, I got to start blocking her tone.
Yo, listen.
Look, LB, you be saying the same thing on Twitter.
No, Symone.
What I say?
You be saying the same things that I'm thinking. You're already tweeting. You be tweeting. You acting like the folks don't got you on Twitter.
But it's different when somebody texts it to you, though.
It's different. It's
Yeah,
different when
y'all
somebody
know
texts
when
it to
y'all
you.
get that. Y'all know when
Symone.
y'all get a notification from me during the game. Some shit.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie. Every time someone texts during the game, it's never really a good thing. She texts, I'm like, yo, y'all gotta chill, man.
Well, let me tell you why I text y'all. Because I know y'all gonna give me the real. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know y'all gonna give me the real. Y'all not gonna give me no BS. Because I watched the game with some people that are just like, oh,
super fans, right?
yeah, and it's just like, oh, you know, this, that, and that. Like, they got an explanation, they explain and everything. Like, cut to the chase, bro. You know, it's not looking good right now. That's it. You know what I mean? So when I text y'all, I know that whatever y'all say is the real. You know what I mean? If y'all say we good, we good. If y'all say, man, I don't know too, then I'm like, okay, I'm not tripping.
Hey, you already know you're gonna get the real from me, because by the third quarter, I'm like 4 cups of that brown in. Somebody gonna get called the name or something, like, oh, he got to tighten up, man.
Yo, listen.
Hey, she texted me. I was in my bag. I said, bench Jalen.
I'm glad you said it just now, because I was about to get some receipts to say y'all was out of order in this thread. Y'all was out of order. Y'all was out of order. Symone talking about child.
Because I'm like, the season on the line. We would have got more out of Pickett. But then I seen the film, though, and I'm like, bro, he really was in a bad situation.
Y'all, during the game,
Symone said, child, I'm sick.
First of all, let me tell the chat. The only thing that I sent to the group chat last night, the first text I sent was child. You can.
No, we know what that means. No, we know what that means.
I say child all the time. I say child.
Mm-hmm.
That could have been a good child.
No. You following through. One thing I will say, though,
was about.
Listen, I tried to make it about team, right? I said they making a sweat like a mug. LB gonna say, nah, Jalen bench his ass. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
I was pissed, bro. I was pissed because during the game, it don't tell the whole picture. And that's the roller coaster ride we go through. He was holding on to the ball, just looking around, not knowing what to do. It looked like. Then you look at the film, it ain't nobody open. It ain't nothing to do.
Yo,
right.
You know what I mean? So that's the roller coaster ride. But yo, Jake Elliott, bro, I don't like him. I don't like him right now. I don't like him right now. He might cost us a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't.
The fact that we had to play
if we
on that 30-yard.
If we got to go to Detroit, y'all, that might help his ass. If we got to kick in the dome, he can't kick at home.
So Jake Elliott went 3 for 3. Jake Elliott went 3 for 3 from field goal range, and he missed his extra point. So basically, he went 4 for 5 from the field, accounting for 10 points. You know, I am concerned about him, but I am glad that he made the kicks that he needed to make for us to create distance in the game. And it's so funny, right? When you think about the Eagles in the third and fourth quarter, they were moving the ball. When you settle for 4 field goals in the second half, that mean you had 4 opportunities to score a touchdown and you failed. So I look at it from this perspective, right? Yeah, Jake Elliott, we on his head top. But like as far as the Eagles offense, they picked it up in the second half. They just got to finish in the red zone, which I think they'll be better at going forward. Again, you won this game by double digits and you got things to clean up. You know, not a bad place to be. And I think there's no reason to really overreact. Again, a playoff game where it's win or go home. You take the win, however you got to get it, and you clean up what you got to clean up once you get home. It's nothing some good film study and some good recovery can't fix. And again, we too talented on the offense not to be able to fix it. It'd be different if we won this game and the issue was like, yo, listen, the Eagles, like, they won this game, but there's a clear talent disparity. Like they can't really, they have a ceiling, right? We have the talent to do whatever we want when we want. We just got to execute better. And the quarterback missed nearly a month of football. All things considered, he didn't turn the ball over through 2 passing touchdowns. Converted with his legs when needed. You know, there was sometimes when he converted with his legs and it kept coming back for a holding call. So, you know, the Eagles got to get more discipline as well on the offensive line. I think the offensive line didn't have their best game either, right? Like there was some miscommunication and, you know, in pass blocking and run blocking, mainly on the interior. And I think Cam Jurgens and Mekhi Becton were the culprits. I believe they were having some, you know, first-time playoff jitters. You know, Cam Jurgens, this is his first time starting at center in playoffs. Mekhi Becton, this is his first playoff game in his career. I think those guys are having some communication issues up there. And that's why you saw guys leaking through, especially in the interior. And that's why I look like the Packers got more pressure than they probably should have. But I want to take it with a grain of salt. You won by double digits. You held a good offense that averages about 27 points a game, 26 points a game to 10 points. I'm cool with it. You live to fight another day. You go back to the drawing board and you take care of business. I do want to pick your brain about the wild card weekend though. Justin Herbert was awful. Putrid. Buns. Like just awful, right? And you see the way people cape for him on national television. I'm like, this is insane.
They trying to sweep it under the rug.
He threw 4. This is the second playoff loss that he lost, and they trying to sweep it under the rug. They did it last. they did it 2 years ago when they had a 27-0 lead to the Jaguars.
Yep.
And they let them come back and they lost, generated no points in the second half. A team led by him, and then this game, your team had to lead 6-0. Granted, not a extravagant lead, but your defense was playing well enough for you guys to crack this thing open. And turnover after turnover after turnover after turnover, and he's just fumbling the bag. I can't look at this guy and say he's somebody I could trust when he can't even protect the football, right? Like, people want to criticize Jalen Hurts, but at least he protect the damn football, give you a chance.
That's what I'm saying. Like, one turnover in that game.
I'm sorry, real quick though. Last thing. And they want to talk about his weapons. You don't need great weapons to protect the football. That's a false equivalency. I don't know. But you glitching a lot on this joint. I ain't gonna lie.
Oh, my bad. Y'all hear me?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. Spikers in my car.
Turn on that truck Wi-Fi, man.
Hey, let me do that.
But yeah, like you said, Tone, protecting the ball, that was huge from Jalen. You know what I mean? Even with that like sack, you know, we might have seen earlier in the season, like that sack could have been a strip sack where he, you know, had a fumble or whatnot. One turnover in this game, you know what I mean, could have completely changed the tone. One turnover could have put the Packers right in scoring position. You know what I'm saying? Could have put them right in the red zone. They right in that game. Like, taking care of that football, Jalen Hurts leaving that game with no turnovers, just the offense leaving the game with no turnovers, period. That was huge when your defense is playing like that. That was huge. Like, this Herbert business.
When you look at,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, Symone. I thought you were done. I said,
I was
look at the
about
route
to talk about
concepts.
Herbert.
Like, no, but then when you look at the route concepts, he if he would have threw some of the passes, it would take off. So he is just trying to scramble around. He did what he had to do, man. Like, we called the screen play. The only one screen we called, he had to throw it into the dirt because they know exactly what the call was.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
They know exactly what the call was. You know what I mean? And
man,
Kellen Moore
that's
gotta be
why
better,
he threw
man.
it into the dirt.
Yeah, because they knew it was a busted screenplay.
Mm.
They was right there. They was right there. That shit could have got picked off. It could have been a fumble. He just threw that shit into the dirt. Like, hey, they know the play. Fuck it. And that's maturity.
Yeah. A lot of people get on Jalen for taking the sack. It's like, well, taking the sack or throwing it away. It's like, well, would you rather him turn the ball over? You know what I mean? It's a lot of quarterbacks out here that struggle to make those decisions, right? They want to win it all in one play. And it's like, listen, you got to live for another day. Football is more than just points and big plays. Football is all about field positioning. Field positioning determines a lot in sport and in football.
Mm-hmm.
So, you gotta think a little bit more intuitively about the game instead of just think. See, a lot of people watch football from this fantasy football perspective, from this betting perspective. And they just really only pay attention to what a guy does statistically or whatever. But regardless, though, it is what it is. One thing I will say, though,
it's one other thing that I don't think we're touching on. I believe that Nolan Smith has replaced Hassan Reddick.
Yeah.
I think it's safe.
I agree.
I think it's safe to say that, bro. Not only did he get 2.5 sacks yesterday, that's more sacks than Micah Parsons got in his playoff career as well. But not only did he get 2.5 sacks yesterday, you know what I'm saying? He single-handedly went head up with their best offensive lineman, knocked his shoulder out of place, and Buddy couldn't come back in. Or he gave him a stinger or something.
Yeah, he never came back.
He's getting stronger. He's getting faster. You know what I mean? He's developing at the right time, right before our eyes, man. Right before our eyes.
It's it's just crazy seeing Nolan do what he does because he's like obviously so much smaller. Like when he had that tackle, that first sack, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it was his first sack, and he had Love by the feet.
Yo, the way he got snatched to the ground was crazy.
Insane concentration. Like anybody else could have shook him off. You know what I mean? With the way he was diving, like the fact that he brought Love down on that play, like that was crazy, bro. Like Nolan be playing out his
get your ass over there, chase him down.
The way he hawked him down and then the way he brought him to the ground was so violent. Like it just seemed
violent.
It seemed like Jordan Love was kind of shocked that he came down the way as fast as he did. You know, but it's to your point, LB, about replacing Hassan Reddick. It's so interesting because when they drafted Nolan Smith, the writing was on the wall for Hassan Reddick's timeline in Philly, if you ask me. And then when you resign BG to the 1-year deal, that solidified it that, oh yeah, Hassan Reddick, his days are numbered here. And on top of that, just to add more perspective to the season that Nolan Smith is having, I know we don't count preseason stats. I get it. But in all the football games he's played this year, he's put up 2 sacks in the preseason, 6.5 in the regular season, and 2 in the game that he just played yesterday. Nolan Smith has put up a grand total of 10.5 sacks throughout this 2024-2025 campaign, preseason, regular season, and playoffs included. He has arrived. He has arrived. And he bulked up. You know, my man Coach Marcus from Pro Fan Talk, shout out to him. He brought this up that Nolan did a lot of bulking up in the offseason, but he did it smartly and he didn't sacrifice speed. He managed to bulk up and put on size and strength and didn't sacrifice speed. That's really difficult to do. That means he has an understanding of his body. He takes care of his body. The conditioning. It's remarkable that Howie Roseman has taken several gambles going into this season, and the way they're paying off is magnificent. You can't write it any better, and this is why he's the best GM in football.
Yeah, I mean Nolan, bro. I saw someone saying in the chat, Nolan hasn't proved he could be a closer yet. Child, I'm putting Nolan in. I trust Nolan to be a closer. Nolan got that same mad look in his eyes that Hassan had. Hassan had like a mad look in his eyes, like he was hunting for real. You know what I'm saying? Nolan got that same look in his eyes. That tackle, I just knew that Jordan Love was going to take off on that play. Like the fact that Nolan Smith made that sack on him, that foot sack on him, like.
Real quick, Symone. They're trying to say that Nolan Smith hasn't arrived because he isn't a closer, right? Well, let's just say he's a starter and a finisher, and I'm gonna tell you why. His first sack came in the first quarter. Sack.
And that sack was
hold on. Listen, his first sack came in his first sack of the game came in the first quarter on 3rd down. His second sack came in the 4th quarter. So you can't tell me he's not a closer. That was a key sack, and it was 3 minutes and 12 seconds up in the game. That was a big sack. Made them lose.
Right, who has a closer? Who has a closer? Like expecting your defensive end to every time when you need to get a sack at the end of the game. Like, nobody has a closer. You got guys that's going to do and guys that don't. It's Michael Hurts the closer. The sack is life in the playoff.
And I'm saying, has there been like you said, Tone? He's had Tone, no pun intended, setting sacks in the beginning of the game. Sent a message with that sack. We ain't playing with y'all tonight. That sack sent a message on 3rd down. Like you said, late in the game, that sack sent a message. Like we closing this out. This is a rap ski. I'm saying, like, I don't get what, you know what I mean? More we need to see from Nolan. Nolan has shown, like, he for real, bro. Like, and of course he's gonna grow, he's gonna get better. Hassan is a super vet. We're talking about a guy in his second season. Like,
exactly. That's another thing.
Nobody's saying he's Hassan right now, like what Hassan was to us in 2022. That was super vet Hassan. Like, Nolan broke out when he needed to, found his footing when he needed to, and he's sending messages at the right time. Like, that's what you need.
That's a good point. We got Hassan Reddick when he was already a finished product.
Right.
And Nolan Smith, you remember, he didn't play year one at all, if at all. He didn't play. You know, so I can't. So for his first year being, getting a lot of snaps, and remember, he started the season in a rotational role with him and BG. BG got hurt, his snaps went up. So, I mean, for 6.5 sacks in a season where you're on the field, how often is he on the field? Let me look up a stat real quick. Because Nolan Smith, I need to find out how often he's on the field in terms of his snap percentage, because the dude isn't on the field all the time, or at the beginning of the season, he wasn't on the field all the time. All right, I got it right here. I'm looking at his snap count for the 2024 season. Nolan Smith has, and this is for the regular season, he was on the field for 16 games. He started in 10 of them, right? And he played 546 defensive snaps, and which accounts for 55%. He's on the field half the time, and he ended the season with 6.5 sacks. That's not bad. That's really good, actually.
Yeah, then Bryce Huff ain't giving you nothing.
Bryce Huff played one snap yesterday.
Yeah,
one snap.
Is crazy, bro.
It's over for him.
One snap. One snap is like when you ask somebody, "Oh, can I have some chips?" and they give you one chip. Oh, can I have some of your Skittles? And they give you one Skittle. One snap is petty.
I mean, Roseman know where he getting his money from.
One snap is I ain't want to give you nothing. Here, one snap is
Bradbury got to get some of that money back. Bryce Huff got to get some of that money back. They need to go to Bond. And I think Slay going to be around again next year.
Not the way he be
Slay
talking,
gotta
man.
Be around, bro. Slay
he be talking like he be like, yeah, I ain't got many. You know how he talking shit. Like I ain't got too many years left, man. So I'm just happy for my young boys, man. I'm Queen. I got that interception. I almost cried, man. I almost cried. But
he said he almost cried.
Yeah, he said I almost cried, but I had to hold it in because we was in the game still. But I almost cried, man. My young boy, man, my young whippersnapper, like he funny, man.
Then they both got one in the same game. It's crazy.
That was fly.
Why y'all like floated into that? Like he
was like he wanted it bad.
He wanted that with his arm. Like he floated into that. It was like he can't
he wanted that thing bad.
It was like he was flying.
For sure.
He probably should have. He should have at least. He should have like 3.
Did y'all know that those interceptions by Darius Slay and Quayon, those were the first 2 interceptions from our corners all year?
Oh, because been Reed and CJ.
It's been Reed, CJ, and the linebackers.
Wait, I thought Slay had one. No,
Rogers got one.
No, Rogers.
No, he tipped it to CJ. He tipped it to CJ.
Yo, Rogers came in yesterday. He had a very important pass deflection in the end zone. They tried him. They tried him.
Yeah, they definitely tried him.
Wait, they didn't call PI on that, but I think they were saying it should have been or something.
Man, listen, they gave Queen on that bogus PI. I ain't trying to hear nothing.
What was the call on that? Like when something happened on that play when Rogers made that breakup.
It wasn't on us. It was on them. It was I think it was holding on them. And
offensive penalty.
Yeah, it was an offensive penalty and negated the play, but they lost the play. Obviously, we saw it happened. It saved it. The play wouldn't happen regardless because it was a penalty on them. But you still don't want to rely on a flag to stop the play. So good thing out there, everybody still.
No, Rogers solid, bro. We at the point now where we know Slay is going to leave the game at some point, and Rogers be holding it down.
You ever just see Rogers' feet? Like he fast, bro. They like it's crazy.
At this point, we got 3 starting corners.
Right at this point, man, and 1 borderline with Keely. So
no, I'm saying like Slay and Rogers gonna be in the game in Quayon.
Yeah, because you can't move Cooper. You just can't move.
That's a good point. It's a good point because when the Kobe out, you definitely gonna need to get more, get improved coverage. So you're gonna see Isaiah Rodgers on the field more. You're gonna see him in those dime looks, and depending on the situation, you may see some big nickel. who knows? But
speaking of big nickel, Maddox.
What
he made a play. He made a play.
Maddox made a play
in the end zone.
He was involved.
Was it him and CJ GJ or was it him and Breed?
I think it was him and CJ GJ.
They deflected the pass
in the end zone.
Yeah.
I didn't see that.
I saw it. You know them dreads. The dreads be shaking. So I always know when Maddox on the field.
I need to go see that.
He made a play.
Funny, man. Yo, he stand out in the field, man. Like you said, you see him from a mile away.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But man, listen, this we gotta get to these super chats. They pile up quick. We appreciate y'all for locking in. Make sure y'all smash that like button. Make sure you guys continue to stay subscribed to the channel. And on top of that, you guys, make sure you guys lock in on everyone's channel. We're live on 3 platforms. We're live on Chalk It Up Sports. We're live on Symone with the Sports, and we're also live on Laura Brunch's channel. So make sure you guys lock in. Let's get to these supers. Symone, you want to start us off?
Some fans need to relax. Never coach flag, but pick apart every facet of this exceptional team. Bring whoever to the link. It's a dub. Appreciate you, Dez. One thing. No, I agree. You know what I'm saying?
Sure,
that's my guy, Dez. It's definitely
run up if you want to.
Shout out to Dez.
If you want to. Appreciate
you, Dez. Doomsday Corner Sports. She says we got the W and move on to the next week. Exactly, man. This is the playoffs, right? The playoffs is not an easy proposition. Like the playoffs not a beauty contest, right? And also remember in 2017, that first game against Atlanta in the divisional round, it was a little rocky for us. If we got through, then we took off. So let's just take it week by week, y'all. Like we know what it takes to win. We've seen it. We know how ugly these games can be. We know how ugly these games can get. It's about, can you weather the storm? Can you outlast your opponent? And we did that. We did that. War, LB, you want to read this one if you can?
My guy Worf, he said every game different in the playoffs. I ain't worried. Kellen just got to tighten up and Shady McCoy away from this team.
You should have heard Shady this morning, man. He was overreacting his ass off.
About Jalen?
Yeah, overreacting, yo. Overreacting. Like overreacting.
Is you with us or you against us? Is you with us or you against us?
That's what I'm saying.
You either with us against us or you in the way. You know what I'm saying? You with us or you against us or you in the way. And it's given in the way. Like, and on one hand, you doing the hype video, and on the other hand, you can't be doing the hype video one week and then next week.
Yo, I chose showed more love than him. I was like, damn. It's like that. Like, but it ain't about that.
Gotta fly under the radar, so he can't say that.
Yeah, he can't bring no attention to himself right now.
Right. And he know.
He noticed the wrong time to play with us.
You know what he said? He did say one thing that stood out to me though. He said, look, Jalen did exactly what he needed to do in that game. He said, I'm willing to bet that if Jordan Love would have scored 26 points, Hurts and the Eagles would have scored 30 or 33. Right. Like I'm at the point now where I just accept him for that. I know he's going to do enough for you to win the game. And it's, I'm mad at that take. Shout out to Warp, man. We appreciate you. Back again with the $9.99. Warp cutting a check. Got me a check. Shout out to Warp. Kellen completely didn't use the quick game. I agree 100%. He called a swing pass to Saquon on 3rd and 5 with Smitty blocking. You're right. That was egregious. I remember that play. Then ran a speed option on another third down. The man was calling plays drunk. Yeah, man. Like
they say he was down. They say he was down Kensington and Allegheny before the game.
I'm trying to figure out like what's the disconnect, right? I saw him drawing up all these crazy plays for McKee and what's my man name? Pickett. And it seemed like he get done with Jalen Hurts. I don't know.
Having Smitty as a lead blocker who missed time this year
and got a bad back right now.
Insane.
It's ridiculous. You know what I mean? We're blasting game at.
Insane. I would have felt better if he had Grant Cacatera out there. But anyway, Shizzo Flex with the super chat. He says, you never accept anything to win you wouldn't accept in a loss. Play calling is different for the backups. Is Hurts not comfortable running certain plays? I ain't gonna lie, I hate that line. You never accept anything. Yeah, I hate that line with a passion because like football is not a sport that can be played perfectly, and there's always something you can nitpick and break down in a football game. And it's not that we're accepting it; it's that's in any
window.
Yeah. Like that's Like you can nitpick wins, you can nitpick anything. And my perspective is this isn't just a game, this is a playoff game. You got to do what you got to do to win the football game. And I can accept Jalen Hurts having his game, especially not turning the ball over. I can live with it. First game back in just under a month, I can live with it. So I ain't gonna lie, I really do hate that perspective people use, but that it seems like it's just regurgitated. And people just say it because it sounds good.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to Shizzle though with the super chat, man. The play call, it was different. And who knows, man? Who knows?
Right, we'll find out next week. That's somewhere we just gotta find out next week.
Right, and the thing is, we saw that Steelers game. Do we have a problem with the route concepts then? No. So like, it's clearly like there was some disconnect between Kellen Moore and Hurts yesterday, or whatever it may be. Kellen Moore just didn't have a good game, and we've seen throughout the season, Kellen Moore had these games where we're like, "Yo, what are we doing here?" So I'm glad it happened then, and now he can go back to the drawing board and say, "Okay, yeah, like I got to do better by my guys and get them and put them in position to do more." So shout out to Shizzo. USS Midway says they had to fire Matt McCarthy, especially with Dan Quinn and Kellen Moore sitting pretty in the divisional round while they sent home. Yo, that's a good point. I didn't think about it from that perspective. Midway.
I didn't even think about that either.
His staff is thriving in the playoffs right now.
Right.
But meanwhile,
that's a great point. That's
a great point, Midway. I didn't think about that. Not one bit. Thank you for the super chat, Midway. We appreciate it. Hannah A. Symone, want to read this?
Appreciate you, Hannah. $4.99 super chat. Guys, watch Dallas offense in the postseason when Kellen was there. It's a trend. He plays not to lose. It's not about Kellen's interviews. I agree with that. We've seen Kellen Moore. We've seen Kellen Moore offense be top 3 during the regular season, and then in the playoffs, sputter out. So yes, it's not surprising to be a little bit questionable with what we saw from Kellen yesterday. It's been on the record. It's been on the tape. That's a good point, Hannah.
Very good point, Hannah. That's a very good point. And it did seem like once they knew that defense was playing like that, they was like, all right, let's not empty the clip on these dudes. Let's just try to out talent them on offense.
Right.
But I think next game you got to get more creative for sure. Hannah back again. She says JD5 scrambles and extends plays like Mahomes. Well, I don't like comparing anybody to Mahomes. He's a unique animal, but JD5 is a good quarterback. He's going to be here for a long time as long as he can stay healthy. I'll leave it there. William Johnson with the $10. He says, "What's up, everybody? Seems like the Eagles are the only team that can't have an off game. Other teams stink it up, and the media is like, there's nothing to see here. The bias is disturbing." You know, Symone, it's interesting because like we know the Eagles, they bring in the ticket sales, they bring in the numbers when you talk about it. So that's all it is. That's all it is. That's all it is.
They know. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was about to say what you better say. You go ahead.
Yeah, they know that they're in the business to get reactions. They're in the reaction business, literally. Like, and they know we have a committed fan base. They know what bear to poke to get reactions out of. It's simple as that. Like, they know they say some G, it's gonna go viral on Twitter. Eagles fans gonna respond. Eagles fans gonna blow it up. That's all it is. Have you ever seen a Chargers fan? They're saying, "Oh, why isn't Herbert getting the same knock?" Have y'all seen a Chargers fan in real life? Have y'all seen?
I know one. One. My man. Shout out to my man Lamar. One.
They don't got these other teams don't have the fan base like we. So them, they know they know if they pick on us, they're gonna get a response. They're gonna get a reaction. And the best thing to do is just not give it to them.
That's a very good point. And you can take it a step further with CJ Stroud's performance. CJ Stroud didn't have his best game. He looked a little shaky as well. And he was carried by his defense, right? You know, making plays and forcing turnovers. And Joe Mixon doing what he did, right?
And
you don't see them talking about CJ Stroud. Because
CJ Stroud was hurting his defense.
Exactly. Yes. He threw 2 interceptions. Did he throw 2 interceptions? Something like that. So think about it from that perspective. So, but also, have you ever met a Texans fan in real life? I mean, me personally, I haven't. I'm in Texas.
I see them on the internet though. I see an internet. I've never seen a Chargers fan even on the internet. I've seen Justin Herbert, superheroes, Superman, but I've never seen a Chargers fan.
Right. The bottom line is though, we could take it as a compliment, or it's all about perspective. We can either take it as a compliment or just continue to be angry. But the reality is, you guys, we are a highly marketable. We are a top 5 marketing sports. I feel like people sleep on that. When you're a top 5 marketer in sports, people are going to talk about you no matter what, and they're going to find ways to generate engagement and create compelling content, at be it at your expense or on your behalf.
Right.
So that's just the way it goes. Shout out to William though for the super chat.
Appreciate you, William.
Appreciate you. Anthony Chop, Symone, want to read this one?
Anthony Chops with the $4.99, 1 down, 3 to go. This defense is elite, but we will miss Nico Dean. Jalen, the offense will come around. I think next week is a win regardless who we play. Facts. This defense on a mission, bro. Yeah. And like I would much rather have like a defensive-led team because the defense just be setting that tone, especially at the link. And I agree. Offense gonna come through. Obviously, big loss with Nico Dean, big loss, but I do think we don't have no choice. Somebody got to step up. Burks, Trotter, there's no other option but somebody stepping up.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. Shout out to Ant, man. I appreciate
you, Ant.
My man, Big 10 Repper, what's good, Big? He said, and with the $20 super chat, by the way, I appreciate you, man. He says, first take was talking about AJ reading books on the sideline to keep calm about not playing good, then proceeded to immediately turn off the footage of him with the team laughing and enjoying the win. Narratives go crazy. Exactly. Mm-hmm. And guess what? For the record about that book just became that book just shot up to being ranked number 1 on Amazon's bestseller list after yesterday.
I saw that, and I saw
Eagles fans started flooding the reviews. Whoever wrote that book is probably like, "Hey yo, what the hell?" You know what I'm saying?
I saw a bunch of the reviews. That's hilarious.
Yeah, and the thing is, right? AJ, there's photos of AJ with that book on the sideline, like, and people can say what they want to say about it, but the reality is AJ Brown is somebody who's been very open and very vulnerable about his battle with his mental wealth, right? And I always prefer mental wealth over mental health because it can get nonetheless though. AJ Brown's been very candid about that. He's always been very vulnerable about things he's experienced. I'm not going to get into specifics, but if you do your research and read, AJ Brown has been very candid about his mental wealth. And he does whatever it takes to keep himself engaged in a game, to keep himself grounded, and it seems like he can't win with y'all. I love what he said in the press conference, right? Somebody, they asked him about the book, and somebody just so Joe in the background said, were you frustrated? And he was like, he's like, no, I wasn't frustrated, but like, he said, hold on, wait. Why do you think I'm always frustrated about something? What is going on? Like, Why do you think I'm always angry? What is that? And it can be tiresome if you're him. So would you rather him be on the sideline looking pouting, mad and yelling at somebody, or he just grounded himself with a good self-help book?
And they literally, like, you see players lean back like this on the sidelines, like meditating, whatever, like in their own heads, going through whatever their process is of settling down, focusing, locking in. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't get why that's like, because I see some people saying like, oh, he's looking for attention, that's a diva thing, whatever. Dudes be chat. Y'all hear the mic'd ups where they chat and talking about nothing on the sidelines. Like there are points in the game where they, for lack of better words, have downtime on the sidelines. Y'all watch the mic'd ups when they're on the sidelines just kicking. I don't see an issue with him locking in with a book. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just need, everybody has something different that they need to center themselves in the moment. They over there chilling, chewing gum. What's the issue?
Yeah, like perfect example in that Bengals game. They on the side, and Smitty was mic'd up. Mm-hmm. They sitting there on the sideline. AJ talking about, hey, yo, you lost your chain, right? Smitty was like, oh man, I was gonna re-up on a new one anyway. AJ was like, big money. They ain't never talk about nothing on the sideline for real. Especially the receivers. They just be cooling because they know what their job is.
Exactly.
So like, they ain't worried about what the defense doing. They know they got to catch the ball and that's it.
But Jalen had me dead talking about I've never seen him read. Jalen is hilarious, bro.
Funny as hell, yo. He said, never seen him read, but I always seen him with the book though. I always seen him with the book. So like, it's Jalen funny, bro. Anyway, thank you, Big Tim. We appreciate you. Atlas says Stafford is good until he get hit. That's very, very true. Very true. You hit him enough, he start to press a little bit. Mm-hmm. And then I'm be honest with you. I think Sam Darnold, the ride is over. I really do believe that. Anyway,
we gonna find out tonight. Tonight's gonna be the night where we find out.
We definitely gonna find out. I'm watching that.
Last game, he definitely turned into a pumpkin.
like a gotta have it game, and it
Right.
wasn't even a playoff game yet.
Right. To win
So-
the division, turn into a pumpkin. Tonight's gonna be the night where we're gonna see what he about.
Remember, we've seen this before, Simone. Remember in 2017, 2018, when Case Keenum went on that magic run with the Vikings? They were supposed, and we was battling them for the number 1 seed in the NFC. And we ended up taking it, and we met them in the NFC Championship game. And we reminded them that your quarterback is Case Keenum. Like, had to remind them. So, regardless of who we play, though, I got us winning it.
Yeah.
Juan Gotti says, "Sup, y'all? Jalen Daniels, the best quarterback in the NFC." Relax. He's a spectacular talent.
They love that little pic with the little cut. He got a little cut on his face, and they acting like that's some deep picture.
Right,
Dudes get cut every game. It's a little cut.
Every game. But nonetheless, though, Jalen Daniels is a phenomenal talent. I love watching him play. See, the thing is, they be trying to get me to say something bad about him when they say stuff like this. I want to say, like, they be pressing me. But regardless, though, he's a phenomenal talent. I would never call him a bad quarterback. And another thing, he a young brother getting it. I'm never going to go crazy on a black quarterback winning in this league. You know what I'm saying? So, shout out to Jalen Daniels for doing his job. He's a spectacular talent. You know, we know who he is now. It's always the real question is, who is he in year 2, year 3? We've seen CJ Stroud come back to earth, right? You know, it happens. You know, so
bro.
So we got it. So yes, he's having a magical run right now, but we know the NFL means not for long. It will humble you. It will test you. Teams will come up with game plans for you. How will he adjust? How will the coaching staff adjust? But for right now, enjoy the ride, have fun with it, stay healthy, and let's build a long career and not be focused on a singular moment. Just saying.
Right.
Shout out to Jalen Daniels. I like him a lot. Flipping the bird 85. Someone want to read this?
Flipping the bird. $5 super chat. Losing to Kobe sucks. I swear he's the most unlucky injury-prone unlucky injury-prone linebacker in the NFL. Prayers up to him. I think it's Axeman Jr. time. I'm not going to say he's the most unlucky injury-prone. He came out the draft injured, so he was always kind of like rehabbing the injury that he had in college. Mm-hmm. So I'm not going to call him unlucky and injury-prone. I mean, all season long, dudes get hurt. You know what I mean? All season long, dude been balling, was able to stay healthy and be insanely physical all season long. So I'm not going to tag him with that just yet. I'm not going to say he's unlucky just yet. That's a lot to put on somebody. You know what
I mean the most in the NFL though, that's
right. Most in the NFL is crazy.
The most unlucky injury-prone linebacker probably in the NFL was Luke Kuechly. Like, come on, let's be real about that. Like, so like that's just an overreaction. And you know, thank you for the super chat for the bird, but that low-key sound like you heard that somewhere. But anyway, I will say this though: year 1, he didn't play. Year 2, he got hurt. Year 3, played the whole season and got hurt in the playoffs. I mean, I'm not going to overreact, but it is unfortunate depending on how long he's out. It's unfortunate based off of where he is contractually. This was his 3rd year. He's going to be going into the 4th season, probably on IR or on the PUP list. If anything, his price tag just dropped significantly, and Harry Roseman's going to get him for the cheap. But Zach Bond is the person.
Oh yeah, you're right, because that injury gonna drop that.
Right.
That injury prone unlucky label is gonna bring his price down.
Keep his ass in Philly.
Right.
Because he could play for sure. He could definitely play. I'm curious to see where Vic Fangio goes with Oren Burks or Axeman Jr. That's going to be interesting. Yeah. My man Anthony Chops back again. He says it goes back to their point that the way Jalen wins is uncomfortable for the media. They want the Herbert stats with the wins. It don't work that way. It don't always work that way, right? You're not always going to get these 300-yard, 4 touchdown games, no interceptions, and the win. It doesn't always work that way. It doesn't. Yeah. And another thing that people got to really think about when it comes to Jalen Hurts and how he performs, and people say he's carried or whatever, right? Remember last season, Jalen Hurts didn't have a defense at all. Had no defense.
Nope.
Started the season 10-1, ultimately won 11 games, made it to the playoffs with no defense. No defense. And then you got Joe Burrow, who had this explosive MVP-worthy season with these 40-plus touchdowns and 4,000 passing yards and all these numbers. And couldn't even win 10 games with no defense. So I'm trying to understand like the angle people be taking. It's like, yeah, you can have all those numbers, but if you can't get into the playoffs, if you can't get into the dance, what difference do it make?
Exactly.
You just another Dan Marino. Yeah, we're gonna remember you for the numbers you put up, but your legacy stops there.
Yeah.
Stops there. Shout out to my man Ant. Professor Chaos, Symone. Let's read this one.
Not to mention he was beating Zach Tom like a drum, who was allegedly supposed to be better than Lane. Yup.
Yeah.
Talking about Nolan Smith. Yup.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
Clock it. Clock that T. Clock that T.
Antoine Hoskins.
How he leaned back like that in that pick? Antoine. Defying gravity.
He leaning back like his name is Antoine. Only a dude named Antoine can do that.
Yeah, he said, I swear I've been that going, whoa.
He said,
I'm only joking on him because he came in with the spicy super chat. Y'all suck, Vikings. Go Vikings. But y'all suck, Vikings.
He said, y'all. He said, I need some commas, but he says, y'all suck, Vikings go. Bless y'all. That's how I'm taking it as.
That don't make sense. Y'all suck. Vikings go where?
Go home. You go home. Go home. Because you're losing tonight. Go home.
Come on. Swerve bend them commas.
Whoa.
But appreciate you, Antoine, nonetheless.
For sure. Appreciate the super chat, man. We do appreciate you. Bless you as well. Professor Chaos says Vikings fans never learn. They don't.
They must have been going back and forth with the Vikings fans.
They had to. But yeah, you're right. They don't learn. Chaos. They don't. We beat y'all regularly. Philip Thomas with the $5 super chat says Jalen got pressured a lot in this game. Quite a few DB and safety pressures. Nonetheless, Jalen did enough to win. Yeah, that division, the NFC North, they do a lot of blitzing, with their DBs and just various blitz combinations and whatnot. Like the Vikings and the Green Bay Packers, they blitz a lot and they force a lot of turnovers. That's why it was so important for Jalen Hurts to not turn the ball over in that game, because the Packers thrive. Like they rely on turnovers. Yeah. I think they were like top 3, top 4 in the league in forced turnovers, like with the Vikings and all that, and in Pittsburgh.
And that's credit, like I said, to Jalen. One turnover in that game could have changed the whole script.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Taking care when your defense is playing like that. The biggest thing for the offense to do is just take care of that rock. All
right. D'Angelo Xavier. The album's on even. Yeah, yeah, for sure. Shout out to D'Angelo Xavier and shout out to LB. The projects are on even. Make sure you guys go lock in on their projects, man. A Broken Crayon, Still Colors. Make sure you guys go lock in on that.
Crayon, Still Colors. That's deep.
That is deep. I ain't gonna lie. I like that though.
That's like a metaphor for our defense right now, because we lost Nico Dean. You know what I mean? We broken, but they still had to color. They still got to make magic.
Still get the job done.
Still got to get the job done.
Absolutely. So shout out to D'Angelo Xavier. Make sure you guys go lock in on their projects, man. Those guys some spitters, man. They really, bro. And D'Angelo, you and LB, that project did together, that collab project, chef's kiss, bro. Chef's kiss. Miss Ash with the super chat. She says, I'm done with national media, and I swear I wish Eagles fans move on from them too. Listen,
Thank you, Miss Ash. Miss Ash, do not be with the bougie.
At all.
I be tuning them out. You got to tune them out.
Exactly.
They ain't talking about nothing.
Listen,
what they talking about? They talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing. What they talking about? They talking about nothing.
Oh man. Hey now, I'm all about my end.
They not talking about nothing.
For sure.
They don't even have to talk about nothing. They don't have to stand on no type of business. They can get up there and say whatever they want.
Right. You heard Rich Ryan said on national television, all you gotta do is keep Jalen in the pocket and you beat him. He was 10 for 12 in the pocket in a touchdown yesterday with a passer rating over 100. Yeah, keep him in the pocket.
And they never have to address when they was wrong.
Never.
They just change the narrative.
Absolutely.
They just switch up what they say. They just change the narrative. They never had to address being wrong, being blatantly wrong.
I agree 100%. And they're never going to get checked live on air by their partners. Right. Never. Because it's so many times I'm like, okay, you smarter than him. You know better. You better correct him right now. And they're not going to do it. So
appreciate you, Miss Ash.
Thank you, Miss Ash. Oz. Someone read this.
As a gambling man, you never show your whole hand in poker. Why show everything off in the playoffs? Appreciate y'all. And that's true. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's saying offense was vanilla, yada, yada, yada. Kellen, was conservative, playing scared. Maybe he hiding something. You know what I'm saying? In Spades, maybe he got that big joker.
Yo, I don't know how to play Spades.
You don't know how to. Oh.
I know.
Oh, so y'all wanted to revoke my black card because I haven't watched a single movie. I haven't watched a movie yet. I don't know any black movies. But this man doesn't know. You don't know how to play Spades, Tone.
Give me a break. I went to a PWI. Give me a break.
I went to a PWI. I went to NC State. It was 20 black people at NC State, and I knew how to play Spades. What do you do at the cookout? You go get the drinks for the people that's playing Spades?
No, you funny. No,
you go collect the plates for the people that's playing Spades?
You funny.
What do you do at the cookout?
I eat, I drink, I vibe. We like fireworks. You know what I'm saying? We throwing the football around with the kids. We doing all that, man.
How are you? Tone.
I need to learn. I don't know.
Tone.
Listen,
you are telling me you are a black American man.
Listen, I know a lot of black people don't know how to play Spades. Don't do that. Tone, I know a lot of them.
Tone, you too old for that, Tone.
Listen,
too old for that.
In all fairness to me, I don't play cards like that. I don't really play cards. Like I don't really play games. Like I'm not really a game guy like that. So that's my thing.
We losing recipes. You are now at the age where you're supposed to be teaching the next generation how to play Spades. So
I ain't got no kids yet.
You are going to raise kids who don't know how to play Spades. My kids may come across your kids, and then your kids don't know how to play Spades. You ruin it for all the next generation. Guys. So you don't know.
I knew I was gonna regret telling you that. The moment I said it, I knew you was gonna give me back for that movie stuff. I knew.
Spades is worse. Not knowing how to play Spades is worse than me not watching a black movie. What?
Spades is a skill. A movie takes no effort. So I don't know. It may be you. I think yours is a little worse.
Tone, I'm embarrassed.
I'm embarrassed. You making me sweat. Damn.
I'm embarrassed for you, bro.
Oh my
I'm embarrassed
God.
for you. First of all, I just want to say, y'all, I am an amazing Spades teacher. When I tell y'all, like,
yo,
Spades, no, let me tell you, like, Spades means so much to me. I am like a master of Spades. I'm not even just saying this. I'm a master.
Oh man,
I'm a master of Spades, y'all. I've taught so many people.
I want to learn how to play Spades.
I went on to create Spades goats. Like I've taught my friends how to play Spades, and they are now like goats at Spades. Like I have a Spades tree. Y'all know a coaching tree? I got a Spades tree. I got a tree of Spades players that came from my roots. Okay.
Man, I do want to learn though. It's not for lack of desire. I want to learn. You know what I mean?
I thought you was.
My grandma, my great grandma, like I grew up playing like Pekino and like Pity Pack and all that. You know, like that was what I
that you know a brother. I thought I knew a brother.
You ain't shit.
You over here, you always talking about black excellence. You got the full Spades look. You got the glasses. You got the bald head with the beard. You know how to play Spades
right now. You cooking right now.
You look like you know how to play. I'm just.
You cooking right now. I cannot lie. You cooking. You see, I got the Spades. Look, you got the glasses, the beard, the boy, no beard. Oh my God. Listen, man. Like, blackness is not a monolith, okay? We're a full spectrum, all right?
Oh, it was a monolith when I didn't know the movies.
I tried to throw you bell, remember?
I'm texting right now.
I tried to throw you bell. Remember, I was like, listen, maybe she doesn't watch movies. I tried to throw you bell, and then you kept making it worse. So, like, she cooking me right now, y'all. Oh, let's get out of here. What next super chat, man? What the next one? Shout out to Oz. Oh my God. My heart broken, y'all. I'm
My
sweating
heart's
right now.
broken, Tone.
I'm sweating. That's crazy. I can't stop laughing. Philly Thomas, he says, when you need a drive, Jalen will make it happen. Winner in my book. Absolutely, Philip, man. I appreciate you, man. Damn. I got to learn how to play spades, y'all. I got to learn. Luther Winfield with the $5 super chat. He said Shady was lazy for his take. The way him and Jones discussed Herbert to Jalen made you wonder about the crab in the barrel theory when it came to us. I wasn't going to take it that far, but that's interesting, though. They were very lighthearted in their Justin Herbert takes. I'll say that much.
Of course they were.
Jay Graves with the $4.99 says we needed more slant and crossing routes. I agree. Yeah, that's a good point. We ain't see none of that. If you look at the pass chart, most of Jalen's throws were outside the numbers, and we've seen him throw over the middle this season or throughout the season. Kevin Quinn says we will see you on the NFC Championship. Oh, he Commanders fan. Hey, listen, y'all got a long route. Y'all got your hands full with the Lions. I'll tell you that though. Maverick. He said, but just. That's what I'm trying to run through these. I'm trying to get out of here. I'm trying to get out of here. I was going to YouTube my spade tournaments and shit. Like, I'm going to learn real quick. Maverick says, Seth said it's not about stats, it's about wins. Yeah, I agree about that. I agree with that. Dirty D says, that's a funny name, man. Dirty D says they ain't like us. That's what Symone feel about me right now.
That's a good way to. That's a good super chat to close on. They not like us. They not like us. Wow.
That's what Symone feel about me right now. She said you all about black excellence. You can't play spades. Hey, listen, my wife is black. My wife black. I'm married to a black woman, so
this is what makes it all shocking, Tone. That's what makes everything so shocking about this. You have the profile of a great spades player. You check all the boxes of a stereotypical great spades player.
All right, that mean I really gotta learn though. I really gotta learn. That's all right. That's on my list for that's on my list for 2025. Hold me to that. I want to learn how to play spades. So I got plenty of cards in the crib too. I got like 4 or 5 decks of cards in the house.
I'm gonna learn how to play spades. Children. It just makes me think about the children in the future that's gonna grow up not knowing how to play spades. We losing recipes.
Lord have mercy. That's a good analogy. We losing recipes. That's good. That's clever. That's clever. But I'm gonna learn. That's on the bingo card for this year. I'm gonna learn. Cool Eagle says the media must be slow if you got to make money slandering one man by men in makeup who I'm sure in real life have a hard time with women. That's funny, man. Y'all crazy. Y'all funny, man. Shout out to Cool Eagle. Y'all be going to them national guys hard, and they know it too. And it's funny. Real quick, Dan Orlovsky was smart. He tweeted something very ambiguous about Jalen Hurts last night, and he came on national TV and was very positive about Jalen. So he left it wide open. He made us engage. ESPN must have told them guys, "Hey, listen, we need y'all to get more active on the socials." Now you got ESPN people beefing. You see Shannon and Dan always going back and forth on social media about their different takes. It's the funniest thing in the world. All right, shout out to Cool Eagle. Oh, they killing me, man. I'm scared. They killing me. All right, yo, Antonio Holmes, you out of pocket.
That's all we play in North Carolina is cards and dice. No, my family from DC, remember, like my aunts and uncles, I learned up there. Actually, my friends in North Carolina.
That's so DC though, like not play spades. That's super DC. Did not play spades.
My friends in North Carolina, those are the ones I had to teach how to play spades. Like my aunts and uncles, like I was like 7 playing spades. Like literally, me and my cousins over the summertime, like when we were in elementary school, all we did the whole summer was run spades tournaments. We had like notebooks full of our scores. All we did the whole summer. We even figured out how to play spades with 3 people instead of 4. That's how dedicated we were because there was only 3 of us.
That's crazy because I grew up around a lot of my cousins now play spades too. That's crazy.
They don't.
They do. They used to always be on the porch playing, like summer days, be on the porch. You know, like they see in Philly, like people sit on the porch, they'll play cards. Had a bucket of crabs. Had a bundle of crabs or whatever, the blue crabs, and just be on the porch all summer. The war.
So I'm good with the DeShields.
Yeah, a lot of my family not play spades. It missed me. It missed me, man. RJ7 Deuces said saw Melado on crutches after the game. Love y'all. You saw what? Hold on.
Ain't no way, because that would have been blowing up.
Yeah, N'Kobe was on crutches after the game.
N'Kobe was on crutches.
Let me see. No, I'm not finding that.
That must have been a huge typo.
Yeah, I'm not finding that. Shout out to RJ for the super chat nonetheless. Let's see here. We almost done his last two. King Solomon with the super chat. He says, "I'm black. I know how to play. I don't play spades though." So he said, "I know how to play, but I just don't play."
He said it's not knowing black cultural movies is worse than not knowing how to play spades. Spades is worse because what are you doing at the cookout?
It's a lot to do at the cookout. It's a lot. It's a lot to do. There are people who do it at the cookout. All they do is be at the cookout and they just grab a plate and they play cards. That's all they do. They gamble. That's all they do at the cookout. It's a lot to do at the cookout.
Y'all know me. Y'all know I love talking G. So spades is the perfect game for me because I'm the running commentator. I'm talking. Y'all imagine my mouth playing spades.
I can't imagine.
Imagine my mouth playing spades.
And you keep it PG on the camera. But I know.
PG in real life. I don't cuss in real life.
Oh, bless your heart. I'm working on my wife been trying to get me to stop. Like I struggle for real. I struggle.
I just love talking trash. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So the spades.
Yeah, I do got to get better with that. Though. I'm trying not to cuss as much. Mr. 89, he says, "Tone, don't renege." See, I know the lingo. I know about renege. I know about big joy. I know the lingo. He says, "Tone, don't renege. That's the worst move you can make in spades. Worse than not watching one black movie." Oh man, I know the lingo, but one thing I do know, reneging is like the word. It's like blasphemous. There's one thing I do know. Atlas Williams, he says, "I learned how to count playing spades."
Right, I learned a lot of like critical thinking, strategy, like a lot of life skills come from playing spades.
Antoine Hoskins said, "It's slang." Okay, hold on. So Antoine was saying, okay. He said y'all suck. Vikings gonna bless y'all. Listen, we're gonna bless y'all. How about that?
Oh, okay.
We're gonna bless y'all.
So is he?
Oh, I get it now.
Is he a Vikings fan?
I guess so. I got it, Hoskins. I got you now. I read it too properly. I got you. I know what you're saying. Because you know the dollar.
Yeah, he was saying go. Yeah. He was saying go, beat y'all. Go.
Put the N on the end of that though. Put the N. Go on, bless y'all. Put the N on that. Shout out to Antoine. We appreciate you for paying for the next one though, for clearing it up. Thank you. And Big 10 Rep, a final super chat that I'm reading. He says you have to play either spades or dominoes for black certification, and you got to be an old head.
Do you play dominoes?
You know what? Dominoes not really popular in Philly. It's more so cards.
Do you play dominoes, Tone?
It wasn't popular growing up, so no.
I didn't play dominoes either.
All right, I think you're trying to set me up. I ain't gonna lie.
No, because they were telling me to ask you in the chat.
I think you trying to set me up, but no, like my family played cards, like they play spades, they play all that. But I don't know.
Someone said, "Are you playing cornhole?"
Cornhole? I ain't playing the damn cornhole. Come on, man.
Now cornhole low key fine. Now I slept on cornhole for a long time.
I ain't gonna hold you. Like I used to shit on cornhole a lot. I used to be like, yo, I leave that for the folks of less pigment. Like I don't play cornhole. But then
I just found out about cornhole this summer.
Yeah.
Cornhole go hard. I'm not even gonna lie. Cornhole go hard because Dylan is actually mixed. So his
you learned from his.
I learned it from his white side. They was going hard on cornhole. I was like,
yo, white people love cornhole. They take it serious.
Because we were at his, basically you could call it a family reunion.
Okay.
And they pulled out the cornhole. I'm like, oh Lord, it's me a long day. I was roped in. Cornhole was fire.
Yo, Antonio, you out of pocket. He out of pocket, yo. You out of pocket. I'm mad because you kind of right. If Philly is all about dice, yo, they rolling dice. You out of pocket. At dice? I'm not good at it, but I rolled dice before. Like I'm not good at it though. I'm not good. I don't like gambling. It's not really my thing. That's another reason why I ain't stick with it. Cause like
I can't gamble, bro.
I'm not a gambler, boy. And Philly, they take dice too serious. Like dudes die over a dice game. I'm cool.
Oh yeah, you be hearing that in the rap songs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Where Moneybag Yo from?
Say it again.
Oh no, I eat you up. Put Devontae on the screen. No, I eat you up in
Mancala. I'll cook you in Mancala, bro.
Wait, is it Mancala or Mancala?
I've been growing up. I've been calling it Mancala.
I say Mancala.
Regardless,
Devontae, I'm cooking you up on Mancala, bro.
Listen, we can play whatever rules you want to play. Like I'm cooking you.
I'll be cooking on Mancala. It's nothing like winning Mancala when you know you got that move to close out the game and you going.
You just taking your time. Taking your time. It do get annoying though when you gotta pick them all up like. Right.
No, but that be satisfying. Like give me my things. Yep.
Oh man, that's funny, Devontae. Shout out to you though.
Appreciate you, Devontae.
All right, we out of here, y'all. This has been a fun show, man. LB had to cut out. He had to go back to work, but me and Symone close it out for y'all. We appreciate y'all. Listen, the Eagles going to be okay. They took care of business. Don't stress about it. The defense is elite. We know how to keep points off the board. I fully expect this offense to take care of business and go back to the drawing board, recover, and we're going to see a much more explosive, a much more dynamic passing game. We know we got the tools. We know we got the players. It's not a question. We got the quarterback. It's just a matter of executing and looking at that film and figuring out where we can improve at. So those are my final words. Symone, any final words before we get out of here?
Survive and advance. You know what I'm saying? You get either getting elevated, you're getting terminated. Whatever happened in that 60 minutes, it don't matter. At the end of the game, only one of two things happen. You elevated or you terminated. We elevated. That's all we got to worry about. We on to the next. On to the next one. On to the next one. On, you know that song?
I love it. Yeah. Yes. Come on. You got a pocket. You got a pocket.
We on to the next one, baby. We gonna find out who's food tonight. I told y'all that this defense was gonna be hungry. They hadn't before yesterday. They hadn't eaten in a week. Them dogs is hungry. You know what I'm saying? Whose food? Is it Rams or is it Vikings? That's what we're gonna find out. But regardless, them dogs need a meal.
Time to feast, and it's straight like that, y'all. You guys have been tuned in to the Link Up featuring Symone Stanley, Lord Brunson, and yours truly, Tone DeShields II from Chalking Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. Make sure you guys smash that like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed to all three of our channels. Again, we were live on all three channels. Make sure you guys lock in. The love is always supported, and it's appreciated. And it's straight like that. It's Fly Eagles Fly, and we out of here.